Good morning and a very warm welcome to everybody. I'm here to interview Murugavel Janakiraman, the founder and CEO of Matrimony.com. Now, Murugavel is an interesting entrepreneur for a variety of reasons. I would like to keep it at two. For one, he is not your typical IT entrepreneur or an MBA from Ivy League. And secondly, he is one of the early pioneers of the internet entrepreneurship in India, having started his business in the mid-90s.
Yeah.
Let's rewind to mid-90s when you started off your business. Cut to the startup environment right now. If you were to start up the business right now in 2013, what are the things you would have done differently? And how difficult or easy was it to start the business then?
When I started the business in 1997, I did not even start as a business. I wanted to do something on my own late 90s, 1997 when I started the Tamil community portal. I was in US, internet was fast growing in USA, B2C, B2B. I was very good in software programming. I want to do something on the internet, but I was clueless about what to do. I am from Tamil Nadu. I thought, let me do something targeting a Tamil community in USA. That was the insight I got. When I went to the internet, I found a lot of Tamil sites already there. Since I have the programming background, I thought, okay, let me do something like an application-based Tamil community site, like Tamil Daily Calendar and Festival Reminder. Matrimony was one of the sections which I added. So in 1997, when I started, I did not have the business model of what I want to do. All I wanted was, I want to have some identity on the internet. So identify Tamil community's opportunity to do something without any business model. It took 2.5 years for me to identify an opportunity in the matrimony space. So I tell the entrepreneur, if you are not sure about what to do, just start somewhere, keep experimenting, keep experimenting. When I started in 1997, it was a one-man show. I was a programmer to HTML designer, graphic designer. I go to the US, the grocery store, promote the website of Tamil site and all those things. Go to other website, talk about the website. It was just one-man show for 2.5 years. Then identify the matrimony's opportunity. Once I identify opportunity matrimony, then the expansion happened. So the way I look at today is obviously different. Today, the internet ecosystem has changed in India. Money is available. Obviously, in terms of number of users on internet, when it launched, it was hardly any users. So things are different today. The way I look at the business today is completely different than what it was, because I did not have the business idea of what I want to do. So it took 2.5 years for me to identify an opportunity. So there are people, smart people, they know what to do, but I was not when I started actually.
So interesting. So you basically were a one-man show for 2.5 years.
Yeah.
And you did not necessarily have a vision statement, what you want to become. Are you trying to say that as an entrepreneur, as long as I have passion to do something, that idea becomes irrelevant in the initial days?
No, obviously it was a passion. It is that definitely I was very passionate about doing something on my own. I want to establish an identity. A lot of skill which I acquired along the way. In fact, when I launched, I did accept the programming skill and I was enthusiastic person. I did not have any other skills. In fact, 2003, 2004, that was the first time we had some 100 people. One of my business I told, we need to get HR. I said, why do we need HR? If you want people, you can get the people, why do you need HR? In 2005, 2006, I did not know the difference between cash flow and other things. I said, like, money is coming, somewhat money is... So, everything has learned along the way. But only thing has not changed what the passion and the enthusiasm which you have and all the thing. And also, the one thing is, you have to continue to learn and improve. Stay angry, stay police. I think that's one thing. They keep learning it, keep improving things. So, if you have that thing about the passion, you want to be successful, and if you have the quality of, look, let me continue to learn and improve. So the stay angry, stay foolish definitely works better. So
your journey is also interesting from a point of view that you also survived an internet crash, .com crash. Yeah. And when that happened, a lot of concerns were being raised about Indian internet as a story. And can you really build businesses? And here was an entrepreneur, 2.5 years, one-man show, bootstrapped, not really raised any money. So how did you sort of pay salaries to your employees when you don't have money in the bank?
Till 2006, we did not have the problem of paying money to the employees. A couple of months we had a problem when we raised the first round of funding. Let me tell you about the .com bubble burst that happened.
Sure.
How it really helped us. I'm a strong believer of unintended consequences will produce a far better results than intended consequences. What is the unintended consequence is that you want to do certain thing, you want certain thing to happen in a certain way, it's not happening. That's unintended. But you continue to put your best efforts, the unintended consequences become the far better result producer compared to the intended consequences. In my life, there's so many incidents happen like that. I want to BSc chemistry, I did not get BSc chemistry. I got BSc statistics. But when I applied for MCA, a chemistry was not eligible to apply. Whereas statistics was eligible to apply. If I had not got MCA, I wouldn't be what I am today. But I want to work chemistry because I come from a very, you can say, poor family. I want to get a BSc chemistry, get into laboratory job. That was my ambition after my plus two. I did not get, my life has changed. Started the business 2000, dot-com bubble burst happened. If not our dot-com bubble burst happened, we wouldn't be what you are today. The reason is that it's a one-man show, we had hardly any money. Because the dot-com bubble burst had happened, a lot of business in internet space has kind of exited. We were able to tie up with Rediff, MSN, CFE as a matrimony channel partner, paying very little money in 2000. We were able to get more traffic, then we were able to monetize the traffic, that's why the expansion happened. And 2000, I was still working in USA, married through Bharat Matrimony. Then, every Indian, kind of house construction going on, recently married, business very, very nascent stage. I got laid off. I was working as a consultant, supporting this business. I got laid off. Otherwise, I was keep thinking when to become full-time. Then I spoke to my wife, look, I don't want to try for a job because there is a sort of pressure, kind of recently married, house construction going on, business is losing money, I'm investing $1,000 per month. I say, okay, let's get full-time into business. If not of the laid off, I would have further continue for some more time, okay, let's postpone it and all those things. So every incident like that, I can say 2006, when we tried to raise some money, we couldn't raise the money. Again, there are a lot of interesting learning. 2008, the slowdown happened. I think that's the biggest turnaround happened for our organization in 2008, when the world was going through recession, when India was sort of slowed down. That was the biggest moment in our life. So I would say that all the things about unintended consequences were really shaped us to become what we are today. So it's continue to put our best efforts, take the outcome in a positive way, and this really works very well for us. I think work well for everyone. But the only thing you need to have the faith that I'm putting the effort, but the results are not what I'm expecting. There may be a learning, there may be something interesting waiting for you. Just have the faith, continue to put our best efforts. I've seen it again and again in my life. Okay, but I'm not saying that you should not learn out of it, you not kind of improve upon it, all the thing. But I have the faith that because one other thing with the entrepreneur, we think that I'm doing certain things, the results are not happening the way. There may be certain learning. Maybe something else wait for you, or maybe it's telling that you have to put more efforts. But once we raised the first round of funding in 2006, we raised $8.65 million, which was 40 crore. Within 1 year, it kind of blew the money because we didn't have the understanding of how to market it effectively. And we were trying to raise the second round. We are left with hardly any money. So I had to pledge my house. I got to borrow some money. It was a very challenging situation that particularly during those moments, when you raise a second round of money, it was challenging. But again, you have to do all those things to kind of ensure that people have been taken care. But even again, after raising second round of funding in 2011, that's what the other challenges we've gone through. That was in 2008, we raised second round of funding of $1 million. Then the slowdowns happened. We are losing money. Our internet companies, you know that valuation has come down significantly. We raised money at a very good valuation before that slowdown happened in 2008. We are left with only limited money or losing money. So if we go for third round, would have been not even half of what we got in the Series B. That was a market trend. I said, look, we need to pull it through. That was a 4 to 5 months, very intense period for us where the complete turnaround happened. But that was the most difficult period me as an entrepreneur went through. I would say that that period has changed me from an entrepreneur into a CEO. Till then I was an entrepreneur, focusing on only few aspects of the business because I was good in technology, innovation. I was focusing on only those aspects, not focusing on a lot of other aspects of business because business comprises of various things from finance to HR, marketing, sales. I was just focused on few things, left it to other people to manage. The 4 or 5 months, yes, we have to get into each and every aspect of the business, be it a marketing. We're able to leverage a lot on the market, able to control significantly. All the aspect of business gone through it all. That was the we had let go people. The first time entrepreneur, we had let go around few hundred people in our organization. It was very challenging. It's not only the rumors in the organization, people will not be paid salary and some more attrition going to happen. All these things are fighting battle in all directions. One thing about the people being in the system, continue giving the confidence to them, look, things are fine, it is going to be great. I think you as an entrepreneur or CEO, one thing I do is constantly communicate and motivate and inspire people. That's one thing I'm good at doing that. You have to get that excitement, constant communication. Then you are talking about internal challenge, external challenge. People who left the organization, obviously, it's our mistake. They have to be punished for we not done a good job. We have let go of the people. Obviously, people going on, not everyone understands the situation. They talk in internal about, okay, this company, what are the wrongs and all that. They then investor pressure that you have to become successful. So it's all-rounded challenge. I used to even get up in the middle of the night, what's going to happen in this company. That was a challenging period. But I would say that I really learned how to run a company during this period. It was really a great period, but one of the challenging period which I ever gone through in my life and all that. It was high intense period of 4-5 months. It was really turned out to be a great for us. Ever since now looking back, we've been really growing very well, significant expansion happening. So.
Interesting. I think it's incredible how you have built Patrimony as a business. I think it's comparable to the business of Naukri. I think it's just short of like 50-60 crores. I think by next year you will get there. But it's not that your all businesses have done so well. Of course, Pvt.Ltd seems to be on track, but you also had your job side.
Yeah.
You also had some other ventures. Now, take us through that as an internet company when you're trying to experiment. And if one product sort of succeeds, you sort of start feeling as an entrepreneur, we can do much, much more.
Absolutely.
And I'm sure you went through that phase too.
Yeah.
So take us through that.
Once you become successful, then you get into sort of feeling you become successful in each and everything you get into. That's a feeling sometimes entrepreneur. I had that feeling. We become successful in matrimony. We thought, okay, 2006, we have become successful in matrimony. We are leader. Let's expand into, we have to grow. Let's expand into other verticals. So we thought, okay, jobs can be a good vertical. We launched Click Jobs. We thought automobile, okay, India Automobile. We launched a classified business, India List. We launched loan portal, Loan Wala. We launched Yellow Page, India Pages. We launched property, India Property. The thinking was, we become successful in one business. Let's get into each and every possible opportunity. You want to be like what the interactive corporation of US. Then the various verticals. But the little realized that, it took a couple of years for me to realize that it's not about launching a business. Every business requires a focus, management bandwidth, finance, so many things required to make the business successful. Thankfully, 2008, when a slowdown happened, we realized that, look, we cannot fight in each and every category. It's not about launching a portal, which is probably, say, the 1%. 1% the idea, 1% is launching anything, 99% is execution. Execute many things. Execute team, management, focus, finance, so many aspects. We realized that, look, we can't be number one each and everything. Two learnings we got. One thing we can't number one everything we are getting to, just focus on the core vertical. We decided to focus on matrimony and property. The property becomes successful.
How do you decide this, that matrimony and property are the focus areas?
Yeah, the reason was that very simple. Matrimony, we already had a leadership position because obviously that area we need to focus on. Property, one of the early players, because pretty much everyone started at the same time. We had the strong advantage of, that's the reason. I think Click Job, obviously we are fighting against Naukri, Monster, obviously. And India List, we thought classified portal, we thought, okay, it's too small that point of time. Loan Wala, all the very, very nascent stage. We decided to focus on matrimony and property. Then the thinking was that while we had a lot of ideas within matrimony that we can do so much. So I normally tell the people there's so much of growth possible in the core category. What was just online matrimony business in 2008? Today within matrimony we are running 9 businesses. There's a BharatMatrimony.com, which is a flagship brand what we started. Then we expanded retail outlet. Today we have 200 outlets of company owned outlet across India. Again, the first venture of the outlet was failure. We had 100 outlets across India. It's a combination of company owned and franchisee. It was not successful. We closed the outlet once again to launch with a new understand new strategy. Today we are successful outlet, retail outlet. There's a retail outlet, second business. Then you have communitymatrimony.com. The realization was that marriage in India happens within the community. We thought the possible competition for Bharat Matrimony could be that a community-specific matrimony site. We launched communitymatrimony.com at 300 plus sites. We are the largest, in a way that one entity running 300 plus. For every community, we have a separate website. agralmatrimony.com, patelmatrimony.com, ayyarmatrimony.com. For every religion, we have a website. christianmatrimony.com, muslimmatrimony.com, diversitymatrimony.com, 40 plus matrimony.com, uniquecastematrimony.com, defense, what do you think of like-minded people? All the things under the brand called communitymatrimony.com. So it was positioned as a competition to Bharat Matrimony. So we created our own competition. Any successful company should ask what could be of the potential competition tomorrow can come and throw the leadership position. So we created a community matrimony. They realized that why you have to charge same subscription for all the customers. They are rich and affluent customer. Then he came with the idea called Elite Matrimony, where you are able to charge 50,000 rupees for 3 months.
Elite Matrimony?
Yeah, for 3,000 rupees for basic subscription fee. They looked at this as a Bharat Matrimony thing, then the Elite Matrimony. There's in between the segment of the customer who can want some service. We came with a concept called assisted matrimony. Instead of you doing matchmaking by yourself, you have a relationship manager, they can take care of your searching and all. So basically, a same business model, you're able to add value, you're able to segment horizontally. So there's Elite, there's Assisted, there's a community matrimony, then expanded beyond India. We launched Pakistani matrimony, Sri Lanka matrimony, Bangla matrimony, and
so basically the lesson there was to sort of...
No, not completed yet. I have a few more besides that. Okay.
Yeah.
These all in the matchmaking space. Currently exploring a concept called a popular matrimony in Tamil Nadu.
Sorry, what?
Popular matrimony. What is popular matrimony? Still you are targeting the people who are degree holders and people who are internet and computer education, computer understanding or English speaking population. There are 70% of the Indian population are not, they're not studied or they're done only school education. This segment of the population is completely underserved. We are currently piloting a service called popular matrimony, targeting people at the bottom of the pyramid. The surplus service that's currently getting piloted. So from top of the pyramid to bottom of the pyramid, horizontal, vertical, online, offline, we covered all aspects of matchmaking. Now we are looking at forward integration. Once you get people for matchmaking, marriage in India, you all know it's very big. It's a few $100 billion industry. Now we started offering a lot of marriage services. We launched a matrimony return gift business under the brand called Tambulya. It's India's first exclusive return gifts venture where people want to buy the return gifts. Particularly the concept is very popular in South. Any occasion we give the return gifts. Marriage, baby showers, engagement. When people come for the occasion, we give the return gifts. So we are India's first exclusive store for return gifts, online and offline. We have 3 physical stores in India, Chennai, and we have online venture also under the brand called Tambulya. Then you have matrimoniegifts.com. We have another business we've been growing very well called matrimonydirectly.com. It's a premium business model of listing of all the wedding related services in that portal, Matrimony Directory, that's growing very well. Probably end of this year, we may launch one more service. Basically, what I'm looking at forward integration, when people come for matchmaking, a lot of services which you can provide. Basically, within core categories, so much of growth is possible. Only thing I do, look into what are the opportunity and, kind of
So yeah, so
slice and dice and you can expand, yeah.
So basically you sort of stuck to where the growth was, where the core was, and went deeper into that.
Yeah.
And let away with those which are not working, right?
Yeah.
So as an entrepreneur, when I have to take that decision, that let go of my ventures which are not necessarily working, how emotional or how practical should I be of that? I mean, like, a lot of entrepreneurs find it very difficult to let go of something that they've really built grounds up. But I think for someone like you, who was a sizable, 300 crore revenue business, you're planning a listing next year. You're going to define the internet industry after Deep Kalra, Make My Trip, after Just Dial IPO and Red Bus. It's going to be you. What is your message to them?
It's not easy because many times I fought to the boards when they talked about, look, why are you focusing on so many things? No, I can be successful. It's very difficult for entrepreneur to let go. It's not easy. It didn't probably have done it little earlier than what I was forced to take a situation, not wisely taken decision. Mm-hmm. It's not that, look, okay, I thought, okay, realize when you're forced upon, look, you cannot survive. It was pushed to the corner.
How does one have a lean operation? How does one stay focused on cost management as an entrepreneur?
Thankfully, our business, it's a cash business because we collect the money. That's one of the reasons we talked about whether we had any challenge of paying salary. We did not because we know the money comes, we have to manage within the thing. The most of the business fails in India, the top globally. The topmost reason is the cash flow management. Mm-hmm. So India particularly, getting money from the people is the most challenging thing. We had a small, online advertising was one of the small component for Bharat Matrimony, very insignificant component. There even collecting the money is very challenging. I sometimes wonder, the people do not want to give money for the service you rendered. So cash flow becomes highly critical. Okay, so that's a bigger reason for the people to become failure. But it's not about that the big wins over the small. It is about the one who runs faster wins over the one who runs the slowest. The business, what matters is that the speed of execution is highly critical. How fast you can run, what determines the success. Raising money is the oxygen. Without oxygen, we cannot survive. Mm-hmm. Money is important. Raise the money when money is not needed. Put the money for the growth.
You talk about your relationship with your investors. You raised money from Canaan and Mayfield, and you also had Yahoo. So, in terms of advice that these guys give you, do they really understand internet? I mean, as such, in terms of you're an entrepreneur who did not really know much about internet yourself, yeah. And then you have investors who have built some internet businesses and coming as investors. So talking about a lot of entrepreneurs here, one thing is that investors do a reference check on entrepreneurs. How do you, as an entrepreneur, do a reference check on an investor whom you want to raise money from? And was it of any value to raise money from these guys?
See, all the investors talk a lot of things, okay? So I think the criteria for choosing investors is about the money. Everyone talks about bringing a lot of value and all that. If you are lucky, if you get able to get some value. Since you are in the marriage business, let me talk about the investor relation in the context of marriage. Initially, get married with so much excitement. Isn't it? It's going to be a beautiful life after marriage. So you get married with a lot of excitement when it comes. Then you get in typical marriage fight, once you get married, you have a small fight. then understand each other's perspective. Over a period of time, how the marriage grows, the investor relationship also grows because they understand their perspective. They also understand your perspective. It's more about getting married with a lot of excitement. The excitement lasts only for a few months. They understand, okay, did I invest in the wrong guy? You think whether did I take the money from the wrong guys? It's good. Once you understand their perspective, you have to understand that they are not putting their money. They are putting someone money. They are responsible for that one. I think the primary responsibility of any entrepreneur raising money is that you have to give the returns. I think you are accountable to that money. It's not think that, okay, they put the money, they risk capital, they may be successful, they may failure, that's part of the job. No, I think we should accountable to that, the money which are raising to. I think very, very important. They are putting some money, trusting in our company, trusting in me as an entrepreneur. I think the primary responsibility, look, I need to give the good returns to the people. Yes, you got to go to understanding, learning, so many things happen, all the things are similar to what's happened in marriage. What a period of time, understand, it grows and it's a, once it reaches
the excitement starts fading?
No, the excitement gets better because there's the maturity in the relationship. You understand each other's perspective, then able to cooperate and, kind of understand, contribute. It's the initial stage, definitely it was. In fact, I did feel initially, do a mistake of taking money and all that. But if I not taken the money, I wouldn't be what I am today. So.
Take us through your expansion plans now. Like, where do you go from here? Now, from Bharat Matrimony to your Pvt.Ltd, you're close to raising a $10 million fundraise for India Property. And I think Bharat Matrimony, which sort of got rebranded as Matrimony.com, looks like a sizable business. Yeah. You're planning a listing. Yeah. What is your dream exit that you're pitching to your investors?
No, we are not looking at exiting, by the way. So I'll be running the company as long as I can. So absolutely committed to this business. I want to build a legacy. So no doubt about it. So we are not here to IPOs. We look at as a part of our long-term journey. And as a company, we have a purpose. The purpose is to make marriages successful across India. So this is our purpose. The future of the country depends on its citizens. Good citizen come out of good parenting possibly in happy marriage. You want to make the marriages in India successful. That's why creating better Bharat. Okay. So.
But tell me one thing, you are like building a business which does not really enjoy the luxury of repeat customers. I mean, for God's sake, in India, we just want to, we just really want to get married once. Even that's a challenge to survive, really. And then you have this community matrimony and various websites, and you're doing a great job of that. When you have a business, when you can't have repeat customers, what do?
We don't want repeat customers. So that's the thing. You want a happy customer getting married and have a happy married life. The thing is that every year there are 10 million people are getting married. So that means there are 40-50 million people are looking for life partner. That's a very big opportunity because we have not even reached even 10% of the population which are looking for life partner through our services. So there is enough and more scope for us to expand. And thinking with the company, then that's going to be ongoing thing. Marriage in India. One thing about marriage industry is that it's a recession proof. And as long as humanity exists, people need to get married. And so there is one business where you don't worry about recession, anything, and there are enough and more population in India. And the opportunity looking at India, Pakistan, Bangla, and Arab all put together is a 1/3 of the world population we are targeting.
That's true.
So there's a big enough opportunity. Second thing that the marriage industry is a few $100 billion industry. That once you get that guy to find the life partner, there's so much services. We really did that calculation. We talk about 8 lakh rupees what a person can spend for certain services. And you are only getting 8,000 rupees out of the guy. So another 99% we can get from this guy, and plus we are not even reached on all the thing. So there are enough and more scope. It's a few $100 billion industry. So why are you?
So you're tapping that customer in various ways. Yeah. Gifting.
Many things.
Post-wedding. Invitation.
Yeah. A lot of things you can expand.
Even you can go to kids also. When the kids are born, you can just give some.
Many things you can do. And eventually said every Indian in India would have gone through Bharat Matrimony or any other matrimony service. If not you, probably your son or daughter. If not your son or daughter, your grandson or granddaughter. Eventually, you look at 100 years from now, everyone in India would have been passed through our matrimony services. Would have created the entire India through our services.
I think on that note, we'd like to sort of open the floor for question and answers. Anybody with questions? And before we do that, let's hear it up for the incredible Murugavel Janakiraman, the kind of business that he has built.